Hello, and welcome to the Wastelands, where everyone is a little mad and crazy because of stopping protests. Last time, we finally started setting out in the world in Dragon Age Inquisition. The Herald of the Herald of Unjustice. We shall see. So last time, actually, let me get out of the menu and prove you wrong. Because I have a feeling that I know what you're going to do. So, I pressed continue. What's keeping you? I'm still waiting. Oh. Right. And I started up the game wrong again. I really need to remember to actually start up this game correctly. Anyway, that does give me a time to talk about what I wanted to talk about without being interrupted. But last time when I played this game, I finally, Dark finally got out of Haven and went to the first location he was expected to go as leader of the Inquisition. And the first thing he did was close both portals, which he's done, which brought back a certain stability and lessened the risk of a continual onslaught of enemies. Having done that, he's now going to start building up his reputation and security of the first camp and area that will be under Inquisition control. He might be the Herald of Unjustice, but let's face it, he's the one calling the shots. It's fair that the Inquisition is run by others, but everybody looks to him for answers. So he's the leader of the Inquisition, even if it's not an official title. Anyway, so the first thing he was going to do is make sure he has the magic tech. It's a kind of magic. Anyway, so the first thing he's done is, after closing the portal, is run through the camp, see what is needed on a large scale, and then see what's needed on a small scale. There is a person who was worried about his wife and his son, and while that is important, and the son can become important long term as somebody who can make potions, that wasn't the biggest threat the village faced. Apparently, outside the village, bandits had set up a camp, or what were presumed to be bandits, except they were too well armed for bandits, which was a high risk that they could, too dark, that they could pose a direct threat to the camp he's overseeing, and in the area that he's trying to settle down his mark as Inquisitor first. So, he was going to eradicate out the bandit camp, but somebody spoke about him involving an artifact that could detect when and where rifts would open. And that got his attention. So right now he's going with that person to find an artifact. That is where we left off. And I am still trying to learn, despite sucking at RTS games, to play this game like an RTS. View a list of all your abilities in the character record. To choose abilities easily for your character's battle menu. There is the dark. By the way, Shady. Something like that. No, there's not a treadmill, she's just bugged. Could you take a picture real quick of Dark? I want to send that later to someone. Kind of. They did rub off a little because it's actually fascinating to play, but I also suck at it, and I'm very much aware of that. But I do want to get better. Like I told you before, and I figured for a single player game, this is probably one of the easiest ones to actually learn and pick up the ability to be more efficient in RTS. I suck at it, and it's never going to be my preferred game, but I know you like them, so I want to get better at it so I can play with you more. Because I know you do miss RTS. I'll try and get good. So, I'm trying to slowly work my way at getting better at RTS so I can play with you. So that you have someone to play with. You know, someone that's not easily getting stomped. What is it with her and continuously walking in place? Anyway, did you get the picture? Don't worry, you can make fun of me. I can take it. I don't know if there is. It's just overall poor lighting. There we go. There you have some light. It's getting dark again. Pun intended. Thank you. So, I'm doing another mission first. Storm of the Century. No. 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 Is it this? No. Okay, no. Oh. Locate the artifact. Okay, so that... Oh. No. That's the one I need. Anyway. Huh, energize.
We'll need focused magical energy to get by. You, Flatear, can you manage it?
Manuvinen, Dalen.
So I need to do that with him. Oh great, I can't actually see inside. I'll have to do it like that. Step back. Step back. Step in the entrance. Wolf cry. Explosive shot is fine.
Dead!
I mean, 1, 2. He's outside. No idea what that is. Elf, dwarf, or human? More defense for him.
What manner of fire is that?
I have heard of this, but never seen it before. It is called Veilfire.
Veilfire. Veilfire is a unique source of light that only mages can activate, but anyone can carry. Explore to find ancient runes or devices that can only be used by Veilfire. Using any combat ability will cause you to drop a carried Veilfire.
It is a form of sympathetic magic. A memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
Oh. Okay, everyone is going a different way. Anyway, not a lot of space to see things here. There. There. Oh. There. I still need to figure out how magic in this thing works, because it almost feels like magic is slow. Oh.
There. If we activate that crystal, it should react to the strength of the veil.
Dexterity, Constitution. Whoops. Wrong button.
Sense elven magic somewhere nearby.
Let me first light up all the torches, just to be safe. Loot. Alright, now let's see what this
Yes, the wards are helping to strengthen the veil. This area should be safer for travelers now.
Well, that should prove useful. And it seems the ancestors left something for me as well. Interesting. I believe our alliance is concluded. Go in peace, stranger.
Solus?
Mahalani, Maglandeval, via Enasalim.
Aye. Perhaps you're right. Here, take it. Go with Mithal's blessing.
Okay. What did I get? An amulet of power. Okay. Solus only, I see. So, where is he? The amulet. I think for Iron Bowl, but I'm not sure. Not someone I have yet. That's all I know. That is a good one to have. Revival. Let me get that first. The other amulet of power is for Iron Bowl. Oh, there's a chest there. I did not know. Gunari battle axe. And a ring of sundering. So what does this do? Plus 2% on hit. Might as well give that to him for now. I thought this part would have taken longer. But now it's back to Dark's original plan and go deal with whoever these bandits are, so that whatever they are doing here no longer poses a threat to the nearby settlement that is considered Inquisition territory. So let me equip the mission. Oh, that is something else. It's here. That is suspiciously well organized. Freeze him. Okay. I don't know what's up with these people fleeing.
Flush them out.
They are retreating. We must pursue.
Make and take you!
So, kind of interesting.
Is even terrain too much to ask for?
Is there a problem?
Well, you might be used to traipsing through the countryside, punching dragons, interrogating people, or whatever it is you did before this. I'm from the city.
Ladder on a bandit in the hinterlands. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injury, mark trail and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force and keep refugees clear from the area. So it is interesting that enemies actually retreat here. Somebody else can use some armor. She can. An unsigned letter on a bandit body. We don't need any heroes in this operation. We're being paid to keep things quiet and keep trade away from the East Road. When reasonable, allow targets to flee and spread word of the danger in the area. When such is unreasonable, kill all targets, regardless of colors flown. Okay. Suspicious. Very suspicious. World map. Move over here. Come on. Move up. Solus. Barrack here. Solus here. Dark behind boxes. Why is she stuck? So, what was all this hush hush about? That's actually not a bad one for her. I don't even know. She does have war cry, so I just now realized that these rings are specific abilities that I don't even know if she has. Excuse me. Payback, and she does have payback, so I can keep her that payback ring. But an enhanced war cry. There we go. Maybe that is good for Varric, because it gives more cunning. It's not as much constitution, but it actually makes him look good. But his chest is no longer exposed. Kunari battle axe. All good things to sell. Enhanced shattering strike. I don't think any of us have that.
Decent spot to camp.
Velveteen, finally. More Velveteen. Well, too late. I've already done it. So I guess I have captured this camp for the Inquisition.
Nothing to report, sir.
Okay. Lots of things going on.
Nothing to report, sir.
What is this? An unsigned letter in the hinterlands. Preliminary digs have been more than successful. It's extremely surprising to find such a high quantity of the product this close to the surface. If I didn't know any better, I think it was growing. On one hand, this gives us an advantage. Without having to work with the old families back in Orzammar or even take this through official guild channels, our families stand to make a killing. On the other hand, the proximity to the surface and to the populated areas of Redcliffe raises an interesting challenge. The war between the mages and the Templars should keep people out of the area for now, but as soon as the humans are done trying to kill each other, any operations we start will be uncovered. If we're going to take advantage of this opportunity, we need to keep people out of the area. I'd recommend manufacturing some bandits. This part of Ferelden is lousy with them, so they shouldn't attract too much attention, and nobody will have trouble believing that bandits would stake out some territory. By the time anyone uncovers the operation, it'll either be tapped out, in which case we'll be gone, or we'll have the operation running smoothly, in which case we'll be wealthy enough to deny everything, and throw some money at the throne by the way of apology. Talk to the families and make it happen. This is too good to pass up. Ooh, more power.
I've news, sir.
Report.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Velveteen and more decorative gems. Switch party, positions, rest. So, the bandit camp has been cleared out. First of all, let me take a look at the codex. With great power comes great responsibilities? Have I shirked on some responsibilities of some sort? Bruiser. A warrior wielding a great blade strikes terror into common soldiers, but to a chevalier he is no greater danger than any other opponent. A skilled warrior is struck down by a maul or a battle axe in one of 3 cases. In the first, he is taken unaware in the heat of battle. In the second, he cannot evade a blow because of the nature of the battlefield or his own injuries. And in the third, and most common case, he is struck down because he reacts poorly. We do not train enough against two-handed weapons because we disdain them ourselves. I think this is a mistake, and in time to come, I hope it is corrected. I have seen too many skilled warriors die because they see a great maul coming down at them and raise a shield to block instead of defect. I have seen men lose their composure due to fear or anger, or engage such a warrior directly, thinking they can risk a blow to their body as they would from a light sword or a dagger. In the heat of battle, even the trained mind will think such things. Those who cannot overcome such thoughts die. You must watch the weapon, but only to gauge its length. Otherwise, as in all fights, the opponent's hips and shoulders will tell his intent. The great weapons are dangerous only when moving or poised overhead to strike down. You must give ground, but only against a true threat. If he advances but is not truly prepared to strike, you must rush in, cut him, and withdraw to your guard before his blow is ready. It may take 10 cuts to kill him. Even after the 9th, he may cleave your head from your body if you do not respect the distance you can cover. If using such a weapon yourself, mark your distance and do not allow yourself to react to an opponent outside your reach. You cannot recover your guard as quickly as you can with a sword and shield. Keep your weapon moving and measure your blows. A stuttered step on your strike can fool many opponents into thinking you out of their range and then rushing their defense. In this manner you may kill most who stand against you, fighting in such a manner. You may feel more like a butcher than a hero, but the living may console themselves, while the dead cannot. More tutorials. Veilfire. So the next mission would be where is this? Is this far? Is this not far? Shallow Brats, Love Waits, Redcliffe. That's pretty far. So right now these guys are not a concern. Not immediate to where I am currently set up. Come on, that's somewhere else. Shallow Brats. Yep, Shallow Brats, that was the one. And where do I find that? Oh, that's also quite a ways away. So most of the immediate things, most of the immediates are found. I do want to see what this landmark is, because I assume I haven't seen it yet. Hey Shady,
Nothing
can I
to report,
ask
sir.
something?
Make it take you!
Is there any danger, any risk of moving? Excuse me? Am I having connection issues? Testing, can you still hear me? Testing, am I still live? Okay. Is anyone else having Discord issues? This Discord is acting very weird for me. Okay, weird. Maybe it's just on my end. Anyway, what I wanted to ask Shady, is there any risk or any danger from going multiple times between an area and Haven? Blood Brothers. So all of this is not an immediate threat. What is this? That is in the hinterlands. Oh, okay. So that is the main quest. To be fair, I'm gonna be honest. The what is it? This Chantry is ready to meet me at their terms. Like the fact that I am going to explore the world more because there's still a lot I need to get used to, and I want to take the time to actually learn and enjoy the game. But at the same time, that's also not out of character because they had the nerve to be like, you know what, we're ready to see you. You may come now. To which Dark would say, so you think you can control when I come to you? No. He would make them wait for him. Okay. Well, I'm thinking it's a good moment to head back to Haven for a bit. So, in order to do that, let's head back first. Because there is a couple of power-ups, so I want to make sure I got that going. I have power, so I want to do more research, and there's something I need to give in to Haven, so I want to get that done as well. And I've made some progress, so I figured now is a good time as any to return. Breakstone. Breakstone. Embrum. Breakstone. Too far. We're gonna jump up. So for now, let's go to Haven. Xenon, the Antiquarian. Use the disengage order to command your party to stop fighting and follow you out of danger. This spell and spell purge abilities instantly destroy demons that are in the process of spawning from the Fate Rift. Huh. I should give that to the egg Solus. So, first things first, let's head back to the war table. What is going on? Let me save. Because this is new.
Killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you. Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave.
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
Well, well, you see, the problem is the proper authorities, the one that you are so insistent on powers, are the one who initially failed. Which is why we are left in this mess. Now I understand that you're not fond of me, and honestly, I respect that. I don't expect everyone to like me. But how can you demand the proper authority be taken into place when they're the ones who caused this in the first place?
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Colin, why is he here?
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
He's an Templar warlord.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
But who killed the Divine?
The mages and Templars are fighting even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
I'll return with good news.
I'll make sure they see reason in Val Royeaux.
I pray you're right.
This is a mess.
You built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. And for a time...
No dying enemy? Oh, yeah.
You dwelled
And that's the
among
war
them,
room, okay.
watched over them, as a gardener watches the
I have
earth for
heard
the first
rumors
signs
of a
life.
way to reverse the right of tranquility.
Yes, I have heard.
Am I safe? Because if talking to her triggers something that moves the story forward, I want to avoid that.
Would you wish to have your greetings, Herald of Andraste? How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm trying.
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task such as closing the breach is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
Thank you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Okay. I'd like Inquisition history.
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the chant of light by force.
That is a difficult answer, but the Dark would say, in all honesty, that that is horrible. Because you stop people. Because the idea of forcing someone to believe in something they don't believe in, to him, is. I want to say it's bad, but he has a tendency to manipulate people to his cause, so isn't that kind of the same? Except he doesn't do it by force, he does it by cloak and dagger. He does it subtly, and manipulation. He doesn't really force, he just nudges. What would he say? What would he say? Because here's the thing. There are many cases in which he would reply, it had to be done. Because somebody needs to make the difficult choices. But he's not enough of an Andraste believer to be like, oh, that had to be done. No, he doesn't, Dietz. No, he doesn't.
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself. I understand that this was not a popular decision. In any case, once the chant of light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth, and eventually the Templars.
So then, why bring us back?
This is the dark chapter of history for the Divine to revisit.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition? They fought horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was Divine Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy. But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
Interesting. Who will be the next Divine?
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
Okay. How are the people?
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the
No,
breach.
Shady.
I
Let's
have
not
offered
go
what help I
that
can.
far.
The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
How are the people at Haven?
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of the Divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
What help are you offering?
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat. Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Chant of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
How are the people elsewhere?
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Olay and Ferelden.
Farewell, revered mother.
Make her go with you.
There was something else, wasn't there?
Greetings, Herald of Andraste.
Let's talk about the chantry.
I don't believe I've had the chance to speak candidly with a revered mother. Can you tell me about the chantry?
Of course. Too many think that the chant of light should only be sung by humans. The truth is that knowledge of the Maker and Andraste should be open to all who wish to learn of him. We believe the Maker created us, and that mankind's sinful nature caused him to turn away. With Andraste's blessing, the Maker will forgive mankind once the chant of light is sung from all corners of this world.
I'm actually curious how that priest would react if I wasn't a Kunari. How do you view magic?
What is your stance on magic?
Andraste put it simply. Magic must serve man, not rule over him. However, those words must be put into the proper historical context.
Yeah, I will,
Andraste led a
eventually.
rebellion against the Tevinter Imperium.
I still need to play as
whose majesties
myself in
controlled
the original
most of the world
Dragon
at
Age
the
and build
time.
up from that world.
Even then, she never called for all mages to be put to death. She believed in peaceful coexistence.
The chantry is more stringent.
I don't recall the chantry being as tolerant of magic as you describe.
No. The chantry is an imperfect vessel, pulled in every direction by those who would steer its course. Yet the Templars rebelled precisely because divine Justinia was not restrictive enough. Perhaps the Inquisition will find a better way.
Why only human women?
Why does the chantry allow only human women to become priestesses?
The official doctrine is that elves and dwarves have turned further from the Maker than humanity. And as for men, the chant holds that they are more vulnerable to anger or passion. But in truth, it is simply political, added after Andraste's death, like too many of our beliefs.
That is interesting. And this is the answer Dark would give. If you believe that, fine.
If you don't believe these restrictions are what Andraste wanted, why haven't you tried to change them?
Has the current state of the world not taught you the folly of fighting too many battles at once? I chose to use what power I had to help peasants forgotten by the nobles of Olay. I believed there would be time to address their inequality under the chantry once we had saved them from starving.
I mean, on one hand that's fair, but on the other it's easy to say we'll deal with that later, because that later keeps being a later.
There were calls for an exalted march to put down the Mage Rebellion. What was your opinion?
It was ignorant gossip. An exalted march only succeeds when it carries the will of the people. Even then, it cannot be undertaken lightly. People are too easily frightened. We cannot destroy everything they fear. An exalted march is justified only against a true threat to this whole world. It is an offense to the Maker to use it as a political bludgeon, or as a means of spreading the chant of light.
And the marches on the Dales?
What about the exalted march that conquered the elves?
That is a hotly debated matter in some circles of the chantry. The elves had conquered Montsemard and threatened Val Royeaux itself. They were not helpless victims. But even then, Olay was the only nation to provide troops. It was hardly an exalted march of all the faithful. The Maker wishes his world to spread by example, not by war. We win no converts with blood.
Alright, thank you.
Farewell, revered mother.
Maker go with you.
Is there anything I can do?
You return.
Can I help with anything?
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Alright, goodbye.
Farewell, revered mother.
Make her go with you.
What is it that I need to bring? Blood Lotus, Blood Lotus. Where do I get Blood Lotus? So it's not Embryon.
Has anyone dared ask? No, I do not think. Ah, Master Dar. May I have a word?
Sure. Let me just save.
What did you need?
Well, as you are, Talvashos, people have asked. You grew up outside the Canary homeland, but there is no easy way to ask your thoughts on the Q.
Oh, what happened? To controlling. Oh. Oof.
Have you studied the Qun?
It is a decided gap in my education. I know the Qun is a philosophy, a set of laws, a legislative guide, and a social architecture governing the Qunari. Those who appeared at court, however, insisted the Qun is too complex for an outsider.
I've gotten that answer too.
It's not because you're human. Real Qunari tell me I'll never understand the Qun.
Yet they take converts. Their criteria is beyond my grasp. Do you believe in any of the Qun's philosophies?
They're not mage friendly.
I've met mages living under the Qun. Believe it or not, they trust magic even less than the Chantry.
Which indicates you have no reason to join them, and yet people ask how a Qunari could be Andraste's herald. It worries them if they believe it, and angers them if they do not. Convincing them of your good intentions will be tasking.
I believe you'll find a way.
You'll think of something, Ambassador.
I hope so. It will be interesting. Strangely, your mercenary work is not so inflammatory. People are fabricating extravagant tales of your heroics.
They can't beat reality.
They don't know how we held Kelgor's Pass, or tricked an army into surrendering at Val Falaise. These people don't know the half of what I've done.
I noticed. Leliana found a letter from the captain of your last company. He had nothing but praise for your skill in battle, but doesn't mention what part you played.
Truly?
Captain Tully praised me? William Iron Ass Tully?
That's quite the moniker. But yes, your captain went so far as to say he'd have lost entire battles without you.
I wish he told me.
I thought Captain Tully didn't even notice me.
It would be difficult to miss someone of your stature, Herald. Perhaps your captain felt it improper to play favorites. He certainly valued your skills in your last engagement.
I got the enemy to surrender.
I cornered bandits we were chasing and convinced them to give themselves up or be devoured by pet demons. I conjured up a few wisps and they practically threw their weapons away.
If the Chantry had heard and mistook you for a Maleficarum, how daring. I hope life in Haven doesn't bore you compared to such exploits.
Well, here we go. Not with you around.
There are some people who've made staying worthwhile.
How wonderful. Oh, you must tell me who they are.
Anyway, let me first turn in research.
That will help.
If you find anything, please bring it in.
What may I do for you?
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Sure, Deeds, sure.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
None in particular. Our guests are well pleased with what they've seen.
Okay.
You've brought back some fascinating things. We're putting them to good use.
I found something for you.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it. Please tell me if you find something.
Okay.
Hello? Can I help you with something?
Goodbye.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
So let's go to the war room first, then talk with everyone and go out again.
Any word?
Nothing yet.
Detailed studies of politics, rhetoric, and those who wield them to the best effect opens up new dialogue options related to nobles and politics. Thanks to a few well-placed acquaintances and carefully crafted reputation, merchants will pay the Inquisition 10% more for items sold to them. From an expanding network of contacts among artisan suppliers and noble patrons, merchants will offer the Inquisition a 10% discount on their goods. Okay. Okay. So, knowing Dark, the first thing he would do is work on speechcraft. So, that means that first of all, new dialogue options related to nobles and politics. He would very much be aware of that. So when it comes to Inquisition perks, the first things he's probably going to get is the first one of each option, or what I'm going to get is the first one of each option, because they offer more dialogue options and give me more chances to actually enact how Dark would react. Anyway, that being said, what is this? That is the main mission, I think. Let's start with this. Ferelden has not... Oh, it can only be one, okay. Ferelden has not seen significant Grey Warden activity since Darkspawn attacked the city of Emerentian 10 years ago. It's not unusual for their order to fade from public notice when there's no blight. However, recent reports claim that the group was traveling along the northern coastline. Wardens tend to follow their own agenda, but the breach has no doubt caught their attention. If they know something, then the Inquisition should find out. The Wardens are reclusive, but not untraceable. If there are signs of their passage on the Storm Coast, my agents will find them. Lieutenant Harding led a small complement of soldiers to the Storm Coast region to investigate the reports of Grey Warden activity. She sent word that her party had established a camp near the shore, but we have received nothing further. At this time, the status of Harding and her mission remains unknown. Not now. It's good to have it. Yes, it has been. It has been 10 years since Dark disappeared. Our efforts bore fruit. A portion of the profits. Okay. Well, it's all 1 hour, so...
All right.
There is just this, okay. So, let's take a moment to talk to people. Read my codex, because I'm just getting more entries. Embrium. Okay. Embryums are flowers from the orchid family. Its therapeutic qualities were actually discovered because of the embryum's exceptional beauty. The beloved daughter of Lord Ignace Polenk of Orlais fell victim to a terrible sickness of the lungs, which her healers were unable to cure. Thinking the girl would soon perish, her parents surrounded her bed with brightly colored flowers, hoping that they would bring some warmth and cheer in her last days. Oddly enough, the girl began to recover from the illness and grew stronger each day. Her parents were baffled, but overjoyed. The healers eventually learned that the fragrance of one of the flowers eased the child's breathing. The flower was an embryon, and later became known as the salubrious embryon. The other variant that has certain magical properties is known as the dark embryon. Okay. The Storm Coast. Tale. I cannot say whether the Storm Coast receives more inclement weather than any other stretch of the northern Ferelden coastline. That hasn't stopped the region from boasting more than its fair share of tragic tales. If all are to be believed, rich merchant ships blanket the depths due to the follies of their proud captains. The infamous and likely fictional pirate Donald de Sal gave up the sea to become a Grey Warden while standing on those shores, and countless young women pined for grooms lost to the waves. I witnessed nothing so fanciful on my brief sojourn to the coast. However, the area is sparsely populated, and as I watched the waking seas strike at the shore, I could see why such tales are born. Black Lotus, Blood Lotus. I do need more Blood Lotuses. Can I get them in the hinterlands? Blood Lotus. Yes, yes, I can. Okay, that's good. Anyway. No.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
How's Lillian handling things?
Yes?
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
I've nothing to report at the moment.
Okay, carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
You find anything we need, let me know. Nice work with those supplies. The Smiths can use them to fit our troops with better gear. Might not affect you much, but our recruits will have better chances next time some monster flies out of a rift.
How do I fill special order?
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Okay, goodbye.
Farewell.
Make a go with you.
I don't like her.
Need something?
Never mind.
Carry on.
Probably nothing else here. Let me go talk to Cassandra, and that's it. See if she has anything else to say. Maybe Solus.
Yes.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
Because Solus did find something. So I'm curious if he would say. There's also a mission there, so I might want to check out what that is about. I don't think I have anything else in Haven. Well, I did that, but... Oh. Whoops. It's up here and then to the right.
Greetings.
Oh, nothing. Okay.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Well, time to leave. Well, time to accept that quest and leave.
And I shall embrace you.
Or is that the one in my house? That's the my
Still
house
got
again.
demons pouring out of the
God
rift.
damn it. Is that just going to keep popping up?
You're worried about the rift. I understand that.
Had granted them power over the very Fade itself. Though they sang hymns.
See reason, listen. We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore? That we splinter and fight amongst ourselves?
Goodbye!
I mean, it's still better than what you... It's still better than what you guys call him. You... Yes, exactly. Well, he did say he would take care of that settlement first, so that settlement would require to travel him to here first. So, I am going to stick to how he would do this. Derek. Control. I said one. You don't need to name them all. And somehow everyone forgets all the good Dark has done. What about Dark, crowner of righteous kings? I mean, fair. Anyway, jump down. But I do wonder how many people remember him as the hero of Ferelden. Iron. Yes. Well, you have, for that to understand, you first have to understand that the dark that is in the world is not dark, in the sense that he has his own body, he has a spiritual form that he can manifest. That would technically be his body, in a sense, but his spiritual form itself is also made of something merging with another body, but that became his spiritual form, or the form that is dark. These iterations of him, both the bearded mage or the bearded elf and the Kunari, are dark, inhabiting a body that at some point died. That is usually how he invades a world, so to speak. He takes the place of somebody's soul the moment it leaves their body, and he takes over that body. In a sense, except he's not from the Fade. He's something much, much older. And yes, exactly. And whereas spirits don't really know what to do in a body, Dark hops from world to world, so he's kind of used to handling all different kinds of bodies. It's just an extension of himself. Does that answer your question? Well, to exactly answer your question, it would mean that everything he does within a body affects that body. So the blood, the Darkspawn blood, the Grey Warden oath, the concoction he drank from Avernus, all of that affected the bearded elf. But those effects that created the circumstances that is the bearded elf won't affect his Kunari form. Also, why is there a quest here? There is a cave system near here, but that's that quest. Maybe I might as well check out that cave system when I'm close by.
Not every dwarf likes caves. Okay, for some reason that came all the way over here. I mean, I can't really help it if it comes to me to attack me.
Inquisition is missing a dog. I do agree with that. A letter found on a dead dwarf. I need you to check the cave up in the hills off the path between Redcliffe and Haven. If you can get past the mages and Templars, it's worth it. Purest vein I've ever seen so close to the surface. What are they talking about? Agrarian apostate. Seeing red. Open vein. So that is way down there. Okay. Well, there's a camp here, so maybe it's a good idea to go there first. You to attack these guys. Caltrops. I know it's weird, but I don't have a better one yet. But I don't fault you, it is a weird outfit. I think it's one of the DLC outfits. Breakstone. More breakstone. Take your time. Challenge. And the Varan skull. He did accept the quest, so since that's on his way, he would probably check that out. So, what are we dealing with? Night. So, freeze. Long shot. You woke up ahead. Hold positions. War cry. Old Dalish. Ladder. Templar encampment. When the Tevinter Imperium said that mages should rule over man, the just rebelled against the unrighteous decree. When the Circle said that mages should be allowed to consort with unholy spirits without care or consequences, the just rebelled against the unrighteous decree. Now the Lord Seeker tells us to withdraw to Valriel. My brothers, I tell you, we are the just, and we must rebel against this unrighteous decree. Our battle must continue until no mage draws breath. Cast aside these cowardly shackles and join us along the River of the West Road. Okay. I guess that's the same ladder. So, since Dark found that ring, he is going to return that first. Oh. Not a fruit. What is going on here?
Excuse me, have you seen another Inquisition scout? Elven woman, answers to writs.
The scout's missing?
You said your friend hasn't reported back?
She was supposed to be checking on some apostates. I'm on duty here, or I'd go look for her.
I'll look for her.
I'll talk to you later.
So many things to do, so little time. So let's start with Agrarian Apostate. Since he did find that ring, he promised he would bring it back.
We're the Templars. They don't care who they kill anymore.
Is this your husband's ring?
I found this ring on a Templar I killed.
This is it. Praise to you and the Inquisition for giving my husband justice. It won't bring him back, but his spirit will rest easier now. As will mine.
Cassandra slightly approves.
There's too many refugees out here. Reminds me of Kirkwall during the Blight.
So, I did notice a pathway that might lead to the encampment. It's not bad to set an encampment close by, considering what I need to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is go there and set that up. I also need to try and find more blood lotus.
We could make camp here?
Nothing to report, sir.
Oh great. More portals. That means that now I also need to clear out those portals. So... Oh. The hinterlands. So now that there's portals here, I need to close these as well. And there's portals nearby, but still fighting among themselves. Now what? Also, the quest is behind me, so that's up there. But right now, portals come first. But before that, I'm gonna need to take care of these guys. Templar Knight, Templar Knight. However, before I start going down the path to cleanse more portals, I am going to save. And I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in 10-15 minutes. See you all in a moment. Hello, and welcome back. So without further ado, let us immediately continue where we left off, closing Rift. Ooh, more elf root. Can never have enough medicine on hand. I see the rift. Okay, let's attack with this. To be fair, it's on his way. That potion that he needs to get is somewhere around here, but he set up a new camp for his people, and his people need to be safe. Else, it doesn't strike a good image for him now, does it? Okay, so this dude comes out here, cult drops, run back. No. Too early. Yeah, I'm used to public opinions by now. No. It failed again? Who are they attacking, by the way? Oh. He's already dead. Phew. Time to go close those other rifts.
Dead!
Alfred. I see the other rift. This is one that we're gonna need to all focus on. Potion. Potion. This is a tough one. Okay, fall back, since he's obviously aimed at me. Take care of that spirit. Keep fighting him. Okay. Disrupt rift. Raid. Caltrops. Starting to run out of potions, so I may need to go back to Fancy. And we're all dead. That's a tough rift. Maybe I should also approach it slower. Hold position. Freeze. Attack. Potion. Attack the rage. Attack the rage. Fall back. War cry. Rage's dead. So attack him. Fall back. Potion. Potion. That's a strong fade. Lyrium potion. Another rage demon. Potion. Fall back. What are you doing there? Fall back. Apparently hold position works differently as well now. Got a potion. That one doesn't seem to be attacking us, so we can just heavy focus this guy. Let's hope we can now move in closer to close the portal, because this fight is taking a lot out of me. Close favorite. More magic and the occasional thunder strike. Seems perfect to me. All. Now there's one rift remaining. More fighting. friend. Elfroot. Oh, Embryon, not Elfroot. Not bad, not bad. One more fade rift. All right. I guess I'm the weirdo here. If it becomes too difficult, I will back away. Now what?
Templar deserters.
This is a mage. It looks like someone was having a picnic.
Hell of an artifact nearby.
So this is an abandoned fortress.
Look, there are Inquisition soldiers even here. I told you we would be safe.
I'm not certain, my lady. We could still
I know you. They call you the Herald of Andraste for what you did at Haven. But are you? The Maker has not told me.
I am not certain.
I honestly don't know myself.
As I suspected, stories of you mastering the rifts are just blind heresy.
No, I can seal rifts.
Then prove it. Show me that the rifts bend to your will, the will of the Maker. Show me the power you wield.
What does your cult believe?
This cult. What are you doing out here? What is it you think is happening?
The Chantry has fallen, and shown its imperfection in doing so. The Chant of Light was a lie. It was arrogance to think that mortal lips could frame the Maker's will, and And so we wait in silence. The Maker has opened the sky. Soon he will call his chosen back to the Golden City.
Okay.
Until later.
Until the Maker brings you back to us.
I suppose it only natural that some would turn to worshipping the breach, if only in hopes of appeasing it.
With your father's passing...
You're from Orlando. How did the Maker bring you to these hills?
Lorman's exile. Arl Tyrannon, Garen's eldest son, came late in the Arl's life, but there was much hope for the young man to follow in the footsteps of his successful father. Unfortunately, Lornan Garen proved to be profoundly lazy in his youth, more interested in spending his father's money than tending to his lands. In frustration, the Arl ordered a fort constructed in the mountains. He sent Lornan there, stating that his son could return to Redcliffe only when the bandits that lurked in the mountains had been brought to heel. Accepted history says that Lornan reformed, routed the bandits, and returned to Redcliffe a changed man. Whispers in the family, however, suggest that the man who returned to Redcliffe was in fact a soldier who bore some resemblance to Lornan, but who fought well against the bandits in the mountains, while Lornan rested comfortably in his mountain keep for the remainder of his days.
My lady came to the conclave to support the divine. When she died, I was lost. But then I heard the voice of Speaker Ane, and I knew I had found my new home.
The Maker has torn open the sky.
When the demons have cleansed the unworthy, the faithful will be lifted up.
Speak not the chant of life, for our lips are imperfect.
Our imperfection has rent the sky, and now only the Maker can the sun.
My lady, your father would not want this for you. My father is gone. He wants for nothing now.
Well, whatever it is behind here.
How did the Maker bring you here?
I'm from Redcliffe Village. When the rebel mages took over, I had to get out.
I'll check that out in a
Staying and
moment.
waiting for the Templars to come burn everything down, is there?
So do you not feel the pull of the Maker in the silence in the sky?
I don't know much about that.
Also, funny enough, Shady, that third rift happens to be very close to the person I need to save his mother. No, he's efficient. Anyway. Problem with this vision is that I can see very little. Oh, okay, yeah, true. Yeah, they kinda do.
Did you really think the Conclave had a chance of making peace, Seeker?
You do not?
What was the Divine's plan? Bring everyone together and hope really hard they would all get along?
Most Holy did not confide her plan to me. Perhaps she thought they were tired of death and conflict.
When has that ever been true? For Templars or mages?
I will not mock a dead woman, Varric. She did what she could, and that is more than most.
She does have a point there. At least she tried to do something. Wonder what that woman in the beginning is now going to say.
Keep your faith. This is a sign that we are on the right course.
Ooh, velveteen.
The Maker didn't close the rifts. The Inquisition did.
Are you questioning what has been taught?
No, I don't know. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me. While you were coming up, did you meet a young noblewoman with blonde hair and pale green eyes? Lady Velena should be here. We need to be together when the Maker comes.
I found her body.
I found a woman's body down the hill with a letter on it.
This letter... Velena is dead. But we were meant to be together. The Maker would not keep us apart. What am I supposed to do now?
Join the Inquisition.
The Inquisition needs men who believe as strongly as you do. Come and help us restore order.
Yes. If waiting here in the hills leaves innocents to die, then I will bring the Maker's word by the sword. My men and I will lend our strength to the Inquisition. Thank you.
I got an agent? What? Another mechanic? Also, how can he go home and be a family man? The person he wanted to be a family with died.
Thank you again. Lady Velena would have loved this.
I guess that wasn't the man who needed the cough drops or whatever. The coughing potion. What is being directed towards though?
Travel safely.
No, it's upstairs. What is this about?
We want no trouble here.
bottle of Terras, Wind 9 Rowan Rose, delicate to the nose, comfort to the tongue, and strangely a half-remembered whisper to the ears. It is described as and inspires a wistful spirit, a winter's opus. Ooh, that's a good one, and it gives more dexterity. And more constitution, so I need that for my tank. And solace. I'll take life ward, that seems better. Oh, actually, give me that. Oh, I can't do that yet. Ooh, that's also good. So where is... Oh, there it is. Well, it is still close by, just not as close as I thought it was.
Maker's tears. I was a fool to have doubted you. How may we serve you? Herald of Andraste.
Help the refugees.
Have your people help the refugees.
As you say, Herald of Andraste. Some few will remain here, the rest will go forth to do your will. When the Maker calls you to your great purpose, remember that we served you.
Was she? I figured that if it was dark, he would have told her to take care of the refugees, which is what they now need more than anything else. So even if she was a potential agent, Dark would still prefer to have her as her and her people, because there's a lot of people who can offer aid as somebody to take care of the refugees. More to read. The Queen Asha of Antiva. There are those who believe that the tale that Antiva owes its independency to the looming threat of the crows, yet this story, largely spread by the crows themselves, is no more credible than the promise of a market stall huckster. For the truth of the matter, we look instead to the palace of the kings in Antiva city. A grand statue of a woman in Ravani royal guard towers over the entrance, her watchful eyes keeping sight of everything happening within those walls. Asha Subira Bahadur Campana, Queen Mother of Terrace. When the matriarchs of Ravane arranged the marriage of Princess Asha of Ayesle to King Alonso Campana of Antiva, it went unnoticed and unremarked by their contemporaries. The eyes of Terrace were on the wars of Olay and Navarra. The marriage of a minor princess of Ravane to an almost powerless king was beneath their consideration, yet this wedding was, in retrospect, perhaps the most important event in Terrace's history since the blackening of Golden City. Queen Asha was a skilled tactician. Seeing the military ambitions of the Winter, Navarra, and Orlais, she concocted a plan. Antiva was too prosperous to escape its neighbor's avarice, yet had no means of raising an army capable of fending off both the Winter and Orlais without impoverishing the kingdom. If she was to safeguard her people, it must be through measures stronger than steel. The queen spent a decade making alliances in the ancient Ravani way. Marriage. She wed her many children and grandchildren strategically into noble houses across the continent. Within 13 years, Antiva was so well connected that any hostile action against it would force half of the nations of Terrace into war. The blood of Queen Asha runs in the veins of the Empress of Orlais, the Prince of Starkhaven, and the King of Navarra, and 7 of the Dukes of the Anderfels. Even some magisters of the Tevinter Imperium have ties to the Antivan royal family. Asha's web of blood ties forces most of the continent to remain at peace with Antiva, or risk terrible consequences at family dinners.
I greet you. My name is Hindle.
Hindle, your mother can't breathe. Your father sent me here for potion.
What? She was fine. She hasn't had the breathing trouble in... All right, I can help. Here, I have some already made. Go, take it to her now.
Oh, sure. Let me quickly...
I suppose you're right.
Well, let me know if you find it.
No, they can't.
Yes.
It's just what I heard.
Are you sure? True enough. Please, hurry.
Here you go. The potion and instructions on how to make it.
Silas bless you. Or the Maker. Or whoever. It doesn't matter. Just thank you. I'll give it to her right away. If ever I can help the Inquisition, you have my word. Thank you, and blessings upon the Inquisition.
See? He did save the man's wife. Letter found in a Redcliffe home. Father, I'm going into the mountains to join the people up there. They're making sense right now, when the best of the world is not. We can't tend the field since Master Dennett and his wife sent us all away for safety, and I can't stay here and watch the refugees starve outside our home. You and Mother should come, Father. You'll be safe up there. The mages have no quarrel with the people in the mountains, and even the Templars don't harass them. Nowhere else outside of Redcliffe is safe from this maker-cursed war or the demons pouring out of the sky. But you won't come, will you? You'd rather stay on our tiny bit of land because it's ours, so be it. It's yours until those madmen catch you in their fight, and then you and Mother will just be two more charred corpses in a burned-out village. I'm not staying to watch you die like a fool. Hindo. Did somebody see that? Anyway, I don't know what was jumping, but that was interesting. Anyway,
I see.
oh, yeah, I see. Anyway. For now, let's head back there.
Nothing to report, sir.
So, let's first report back since I'm there anyway.
Damn it, Ritz, where are you?
I found your friend. The Templars killed her.
She's... Thank you. It's good to know, at least. She'll be avenged. I'll avenge Ritz. Mage, Templar, I'll take anyone.
So down this path there's another quest. For some reason, all these carcasses teleport. Anyway. Seems the quest is up there. Is there any way to make it up there, though? Like this, I guess.
A Templar, I believe.
A letter found on a dead Templar. Alandra, I don't know how this will reach you, but with the last strength of my shaking hands, what else could I do but write you? Whether it be in magic or this accursed breach of the Maker punishing me for abandoning my vows, the end is coming. The terrors are with me more often than not. I come up here to try and find some peace with these believers, but the platitudes they mouth are cold comfort. If my mind falls to demons or my own darkness, I fear that even a weakened temper will cause too much harm. I took a draught of bitter herbs. It will be over soon. I wish my weakness had not stopped me from meeting you. With your phylactery, I knew just where you were, but the madness of your sight and mine was too great a gap. Maker save you. Stay safe. You need no circle to carry it within you. Love, Matron. A phylactery is a vessel, often a glass vial, containing the essence of a magical being. The Circle of Magi and the Chantry used some small phylacteries filled with blood taken from apprentice Magi to track down mages that turn apostate to flee the wrath of the Templars. Before an apprentice passes his harrowing, his phylactery is kept at his home circle tower. Phylacteries of first enchanters are stored in the White Spire, an Orlesian circle, and the Templar Order stronghold. Vials belonging to legal, yet powerful and controversial mages are kept in the carefully hidden caches in remote location. For anyone but a member of the Chantry, tracking one down is all but impossible, quite literally like trying to find a needle in a hay farm. And so, what does this expect of me? And where is that? Nope. Nope. Ah, that's over there, probably. Yep. That's another landmark, so... Ooh, chest. By the way... I should have more... It's time to do the... It's time to do the war room again.
Go in peace, Herald of Andraste.
Apothecary Adon will have more poultices for the injured as soon as possible, revered mother.
Thank you, child. You are doing the Maker's work.
Have you been able to save
Excuse me.
More than if we had not tried.
Inquisition soldiers have gone missing in the marshy reaches of southern Ferelden. Because the region is largely uncharted, finding them will be difficult, but the Inquisition's advisors are determined to find out what happened and, if possible, bring their people back alive. If I contact the local barn, she can send out search parties for the missing soldiers right away. Send my people. A few scouts will move more quickly than a large group could. Other soldiers are volunteering to search for their lost comrades. They won't rest until they found them. Huh. That's a good question. I feel like sending a few scouts will probably move quicker because it is a marshland, right? Yes, so it is a marshland, so that tells me that scouts will move quicker, cover more area, and will likely be able to find more than if I were to send a large army that could get stuck in the marshes, or have the local populace searching for Inquisition soldiers that they might not even support. And then again, giving the army a chance to find for their own might raise the army morale. Let's go with scouts. I'll trust my instinct. The missing soldiers have been found in a bog called the Fallowmire. They are being held hostage by Avar, who demands to meet the Herald of Andraste if the Inquisition wants to see its people alive. Not now. Rage Demon. Encountered in the Fate, the true form of a Rage Demon is a frightening sight, a creature of pure fire, seemingly made of amorphous lava. Its eyes pinpricks of baleful light radiating from its core. The abilities of such a demon center on the fire it generates. It burns those who come near, and the most powerful are able to lash out with bolts of fire and even firestorms, affecting entire areas. Fortunately, even powerful rage demons are less intelligent than other varieties. Their tactics are simple: attack enemies on sight with as much force as possible until they perish. Some rage demons carry their heat-based abilities into possessed hosts. Otherwise, one rarely sees their true form outside the Fate unless mages specifically summon one to do their bidding. The Fallowmire. The mists get thick. You can still travel along the old roads, and there's enough good hunting to make the trip worthwhile. Fish, birds, even a few. Oh. I spent the last week in the Fallowmire. The bog stretches forever, and it is slow riding at night when the mists get thick. You can still travel along the old roads, and there's enough good hunting to make the trip worthwhile. Fish, birds, even a few hearts. There's one thing to look out for, though. When anything dies in the water, the mire preserves it. I was stalking a magnificent buck when a corpse clawed out of the water at me. I'm not afraid to say I ran. No rack of antlers is worth fighting a demon. My cousin in Fisher's End thought it was funny. Says he has to look out for undead every time he goes outside the village. I don't know how he stands it. Nope, I haven't secured mounts yet.
Good day to you.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Let's speak later.
Goodbye.
Also, I forgot something.
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes. At your service.
There we go.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one God, one life, one death. There is but one God, and He is our Maker.
Special shipments again. Alright, time to move out again.
Nothing to report, sir. One down!
I need to find more blood loaders. Okay. Huh? Saga of Tirda Brightaxe of Armada. 4th stanza. Tirda Brightaxe, Talon gold-handed, battle brought with bladed axe, Talman nail and shield of silver, shining sheen to turn attacks. Blade of dragon bone, now blooded, warrior throats wrung, raw with cheers. Tirda stands, her bright axe blazing, leg still weeping, battle tears. Bright the axe of leaf earth lover, laughing lady of the skies, fire flares at town gold-handed, honey-tongued, repeats his lies. North of warmth and golden cities, whisper speak in dreamers' ears, silver-scorched the lyre flies, on raven's beak, to dreams unwaking. A ladder found on a dead body. Brother, I have fled the circle, but I was no part of this mad rebellion. The Templars and my brethren have gone mad, and their war has torn apart the very sky. Some of the other isolationists suggested fleeing, and I shall follow their example. It has been long since I saw you, and it cannot be safe in Haven. If you can make it past the bandits and demons, join me at grandmother's old home, northwest of the crossroads. With your blade and my staff, we can get through this together. Okay. But first, there's a vein here that might bode ill. Dark remembers getting that ladder and wants to make sure that no red lyrium ever makes it to the surface. So the next mission that he would undertake is open a vein. Oh boy, that can't be good. Only by a fire mace, I'm pretty sure I just used electric attack. I am going to save, however. And while this is again a short stream, I am going to call it up here because I am a little tired and I'm going to take it a little easier. Hopefully, knock on wood, hopefully next week we will be able to completely return to the original schedule, which I am looking more forward to because it means I get to play this game more. It's been a bit of a rough week, a bit of a difficult week scavenging, which explains why I haven't been able to be around as much. The wastelands is in turmoil, it is ever shifting, and I need to change plans at the dime of a hat. But if the wasteland wills it, I should be able to return next week for more Dragon Age and a lot more fun. And I am excited for it. This game has a lot to offer and I have a lot to learn, but every step of the way it has been a blast. And it is just amazing playing through it and knowing that I've done all of this and I still have so much to explore. It's such a big world and I am excited for it. But for now, let's see if there's any more special content. And then let's see if we can say hi to someone. Apparently there is special content, so let's take a look, shall we? This was made by Teats.
You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the conclave.
So I wasn't sure if that lag actually happened, or if it was just on my end, but that actually happened. Good clip, Teats. That is funny. I'll give you that. Colon remixed. Yep. But yeah, that was it for Dragon Age today. So, for now, let's see if there's anybody we can say hi to. No one specific online. So with that, I wish you all a pleasant evening. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. It's a dangerous world out there.